Hello. I'm wanting to give you some updates on the videos that we have. We have an earlier edition of the book, actually, that the videos were recorded in, and so therefore some of the problem numbers and some of the page numbers have changed from what it says on the videos that you have. So what I was going to do is to create a video now that tells you which problems that you see on the video, where are they found in the new edition of the book. So I'm talking about the 7th edition is the new version that we're using now. And so the first problem change that I need to make is found on video 3, which has to do with, it's from section 8.1 of chapter 8, section 1, confidence interval estimation for the mean where sigma is known. In that section, there's a problem which was on page 243. It was number 8.7, and now that problem is going to be found on page 255, problem 8.9. The only difference in those two problems is the earlier edition talks about cans of paint, and the second version, newer one, talks about bottled water. But the data is the same and the problem is the same, so just substitute bottled water for cans of paint and you should be fine with that one. The next location change would be found on video 4, which is chapter 8.2, confidence interval estimation for the mean where sigma is unknown. And the problem in the old text was page 248, number 813, and now it's going to be found in the new version of the book, the 7th edition, page 261, and it's the same problem number, 813, page 261 instead of 248. Video number 5, which is from sections 2 and 3 of chapter 8, has to do with confidence interval estimation for the mean and proportion, and this problem was previously found on page 252. It's called example 8.4, and now it's going to be found on page 264. It's still example 8.4. So it's just a page number change there from 252 to 264. Video 6, which is on determining sample size, section 8.4 of the chapter. There are several changes in that section. The problem that used to be found on page 258, which was example 8.5, is now found on page 267, example 8.5. So page number change on that one from 258 to 267. The next one talked about page 258, number 838, and that problem is now on page 270 of the new edition, and it is number 838 as well. So it's same number, different page, 258 to 270. The next one is page 256. The formula, rather than being found on page 256, is now on page 268. Same formula, page 268. Video number 7. So now I'm into chapter 9, section 1, Introduction to Hypothesis Testing Methodology. And this change is the problem that was denoted as 277, number 915, is now 297, page 297, and it's number 9.9. So let me go over that again. Page 277, problem 913 is now page 297, problem 9.9. Page 277, problem 914 is now page 297, problem 910. And the final change in the video location is video number 9, which is chapter 9.34, hypothesis testing for the mean and proportion. And the old problem was found on page 295, number 956, and it's now page 302, number 924. So those are the changes. Let me just review those briefly, make sure you have those. For the first exam, videos 3 through 9 basically are what they are, and we've got some page number changes and some problem changes. Again, quickly, first one was found in video 3, confidence interval estimation for the mean where sigma is unknown, which is section 1 of chapter 8. Problem was 243, number 8.7, about cans of paint, and now it's 255, number 8.9, and it's about bottled water. Video 4, which is from section 2, confidence interval estimation for the mean sigma unknown. The problem was on page 248, and now it's 248, number 813, and now it's 261, number 813. In video 5, so I'm repeating this, but that's fine. We can edit that down. Chapter 8, sections 2 and 3, confidence interval estimate for the mean and proportion. The problem was on page 252, example 8.4, and now it's on page 264, example 8.4. Video 6, which is determining the sample size. 3 changes in that section. Page 258, example 8.5 is now on page 267 and is still example 8.5. Page 258, which is again page 270 now, is problem 838, same problem number 838 on page 270. And the formula, which was found on page 256, is now found on page 268. Video number 7, which is from chapter 9, Introduction to Hypothesis Testing Methodology. That problem was 277, number 913, and it's now 297, number 9.9. Page 277, number 914, is now page 297, number 910. And finally, in this section, chapter 9.3, 9.4, hypothesis testing for the mean and proportion. The problem was problem 295 on page 956. Problem 295, number 956, is now page 302, number 924.